This is a poem about knife crime. The mothers are crying, the fathers are crying. Why can't children be children and stop all the hate and the lying? Didn't our mothers raise us right to be good in school and act bright? So why do I see kids of this generation joining gangs and picking up fights? Knife crime, I said it, knife crime. The rate of knife crime hit from 2010 and now it's 2023 and so raising again. Do you kids think you're all bad, trying to show to your friends, acting all glad, cause you're not bad? Cause at the end of the day, you're just a kid wondering, when's mama gonna come home? When's mama gonna come home? So then she can brag about how much she loves you, not knowing what you did outside was a horror. And I would suggest you get yourself a lawyer, cause if you take a life, you gain a lifetime in prison. And it won't be easy, because a life sentence is a life sentence. And if you can go to that level of getting a life sentence, it better be damn hard for you. But you know what? Let's hit it up with some daily news on channel 4 with some breaking news. As God's scripture may be written, but is it fair a 15-year-old girl should be stabbed for refusing a 17-year-old boy's proposal on the way to down school? Is it fair she should lose her life just because of one idiot fool who was too scared to be rejected in broad daylight and stabbed and who he stabbed the ex-girlfriend's friend? Is it fair one should lose a life while the other one's life is changed forever? Is it really fair? I don't think so. Do you? That girl was once a child, a daughter, a cousin, a sibling, a friend, a niece. But now her life is lost without even knowing what she could have grown up to be. When did kids become so rude, acting like fools, carrying all these dangerous weapons and tools, making people have to worry about walking the streets and becoming the next knife victim to be read on the daily news, like the sweet baby girl who lost her life in Croydon, Ellie and Adam. And I'm so sorry for your loss, R.I.P. So now some children are getting laid and being put out in the streets for bait, for common protection, because they're too scared that the police ain't gonna help them. They're too scared, so they're getting trafficked and raped and counter-lied. For goodness sake, these young people of this generation getting through all of that just for common protection. Doesn't that make you wonder if love really exists? If love really exists for us young people? Or is it just another fairy tale like the Tooth Fairy or Santa Claus? As the saying goes, violence is not the answer. So why abuse your kids and say it's an act of love if violence is not the answer? Why control your girlfriend and say it's an act of love? That is not the act of love. Why go to the depth of killing someone and saying it's an act of love? That is not love. That is aggression. That is aggression and that is abuse and that is disgusting. Which makes you wonder, does love really exist for these young people? Are these young people making up love because they're scared of being alone? Because I know I'm scared of being alone. I'm scared of never finding anyone who will truly love me, who will truly be there to protect me and help me. So I'm there also trying to find love. But am I really trying to find love? Because I don't think so. I just think that I just want someone so that I'm not alone. And I think some of you guys are feeling and doing the same things. But you know what? Why can't you just throw away the knife and be one less person committing a crime? Because death is eternity, but life is brief. So why can't we come and unite and stop upsetting our parents and causing grief in people's lives? So make your parents proud and drop the knife to make a better life and make a better generation. So we of the next generation can look up and see the light. Education is key. We just gotta try and read. So you or anyone else in this world doesn't become the next villain of knife crime. Knife crime will never be the answer. Knife crime is a knife crime. If you carry a knife, you're already subjecting yourself to a life sentence, to jail, to prison, whatever you want. And why is it it's a boy, a 17-year-old boy? Why is it? Our parents will be telling us, we don't want you to go outside, we don't want you to stay up late, we don't want you to hang around with your friends late, because that boy was in the friend circle and he betrayed. When our parents say we don't want you outside, we get all like, oh, I can't believe why not. When our parents check our room, we're like, why are you checking my room? Where's the privacy? They do that for an act of love. They do that because they want you to be safe. Anything can happen to us. We're always like, oh, nothing's going to happen to me. That just happens in London or America. Yes, it can happen anywhere. Anywhere. I used to think that, oh, my parents are just worrying and it's just dumb and stupid. It isn't stupid. Our parents worry for a reason, because they don't want us to turn out like that 15-year-old girl. And that 15-year-old girl was in broad daylight. She was just going to school and then that happened to her. What about us? We could be going out with our friends and anything can happen to us. Our parents do that because they're worried for our sake. We do not understand anything that they are telling us because we're still young. We are still young. And until we get to that certain age, whether that be 21 or 18, to understand what is meant, what is out there, what life really is, nothing's going to change. We need to unite. It was a black boy that killed someone. A black boy. It is always a black. When I tell you, I always see the Indians. They get a house and they all live in it together. The friends, the family members, the grandma, the grandpa, they all live in it together to build a better life for each other, to get a bigger house, to make more profit, to make more money. But if we black people were to live in the same house and do the exact same thing the Indians do you think we'd really live that through? No, we wouldn't. There will be fights, there will be arguments, people leaving the house. We do not unite, and that's what we need to do. But we are too stupid. The Indians are doing what we cannot do. We are still supposed to unite. The only time we unite is when there's a tragedy. But it shouldn't take something that happened in London, something that happened in Croydon, to then unite us. We should already be united as one. Our ancestors fought for us to live. If it wasn't for them, we would not be here. And we do not respect our parents. I'm 15. I'm turning 15. And I used to think everything my parents said was just, it didn't make sense. Like, oh, I didn't care. But it's true. People in school are giving other people, Asians, white people, the N-word and saying, here's the N-word, you can say the N-word. Since when was that a thing? Our ancestors fought for us, just for us to figure out we can give the N-word out. There was no such thing as an N-word card. They could just pass around to person. There was no such thing. Racism is still a thing. There are still people in this world that still hate our guts, that still want us to be enslaved. There are still black people being enslaved right now. And we have an opportunity to change the world, to make it better. And we are here upsetting our parents. We are here causing grief for other people's lives instead of changing the world to make a better place, for our children to live in. But we children are being failed. That 17-year-old was failed, that 15-year-old was failed, the friend was failed, the school was failed. Everyone that's walking on that street that saw the tragedy happen was failed. We are not being educated enough on this. The teenagers, the young people of this generation isn't getting the help they want. They are people in this generation are struggling. Mental health is a really big thing in this world. And a lot of people are going downhill because their mental health is too low, which makes them do stupid things. And I'm not saying that 17-year-old boy was right, because he wasn't right for whatever he did. But mental health is a big factor in this. It takes partial in a lot of things. And until us black people use our brain, have common sense, and figure out, act out, and unite as one, and come together and try and change the world for our children to live in a better place, to do something for our people, to be good, to educate ourselves, we will not get anywhere. We need to support each other, help each other, educate each other, and create a better life for each other. And with that, I end it.